Joins. Joins will combine two tables based on the related column. So, if there is a related column based on that, the two tables will get joined. Let us see with the examples. So, there are different kinds of joins: inner join, left join, right join, full join, cross join, self join. Like this, there are 6 different types of joins. Okay, first, to perform all these different kinds of joins, let us create the table and insert the data into it. So let us create two tables. First table is students, second table is classes. Okay, these are the two tables that we are going to create to perform the further operations on joins, different types of joins. Okay, let's start. So let us create the table students first. So create table students ID, name and class ID. These are the 3 columns that I have given here for the students table. And then so the table has been created, and then now I have created the table named classes. In that classes I gave 2 columns, class ID and class name. That's it. Only both class ID and class name. So the table has been created. Now I just want to insert the data into the tables. For that, the syntax is insert into, the name of the table is students. So for name and class ID, I have to insert the data, right? So name comma class ID, values of the name is Ria, class ID is 101. Name is Neha, class ID is 102. Name is Meera, class ID is 103. So the data has been inserted. So if I try to retrieve the data, I will get the data. Okay, I will get the table like this. So the data has been retrieved and the data has been inserted into the tables. Okay, now let us insert the data into the classes table also. Now we have inserted the data in students table, right? So now let us insert the data into the classes table also. So insert into classes of class ID, class name. For these 2 columns we want to insert the data. So that's why we have written class ID comma class name. So values of class ID, whatever we have given on the up, few columns should be matched here. Okay, to perform the joins properly. Okay, I have matched only two. I have matched 2 rows, 101 and 102, and next one I have changed so that we will understand very clearly. Okay, so the data has been inserted, and here if you can see, the data has been retrieved. So this is how we can insert the data. First, this is how we can create the tables and insert the data. Okay, now let us perform the inner join first. So inner join, when will we perform inner join, and how do we know that we have to perform inner join? So there were different joins, right? How will we know we have to perform the inner join? See, let me tell you. So if both the tables, so this firstly, what is inner join means, it will return only rows where data exists in both the tables. For example, here if you can see, 101 and 102 were both in both the tables, right? Only that data will get retrieved. 103, 104, in one table there is 103, and in one other table there is 104, right? Class ID. So those two will not get retrieved. Only the name, only the 101 and 102 will get retrieved. Why? Because we are performing inner join here. That means inner join means where data exists in both the tables. If the data exists in both the tables, then only we can get retrieved. So here if you can see, I have performed inner join operation here. When we perform all these joins except the cross join, we have to add the condition also. On S means students dot, what was a common column, class ID, right? On students dot class ID is equals to class dot class ID. So we have to give the condition for all the joins except the cross join. So this is how we can perform the inner join. Only matched rows will be shown, unmatched rows will be removed. Here if you can see, only Ria and Sneha I have got, because Ria is 101 and Sneha is 102. Only those 2 values I have got. So that's how you have to observe very carefully. Next, let me go through left join. So left join is nothing but it will return all the rows from the left table plus matching rows from the right table. So it will retrieve all each and every row which was in the left table, it will retrieve that compulsory. And for those rows, if there is a matching row in the right side table, those will come. If there is no matching table, only the left table will come as it is. The left table will come as it is. The rows from the data of left table will come compulsory, and only the matching rows from the right table you will get, other rows you will not get for the left join. Okay, for the left join also we have to give the condition at last. On students dot, what was a common column in both the tables, class id is equals to classes dot, that means c dot class id. So if you can see here, we have got Ria and Sneha, and their class names also we have got. But for the name Meera, we don't have any class name because Meera is 103 and biology is 104, right? Those two did not matched, but as this was a left join, we have to give Meera as it is, though it doesn't have any class name. When we perform the left join, we will get that name. Okay, so this is how you have to understand. For the right join, it was quite opposite, right? So whether there is a matched column in the left table or not, it doesn't matter. All the right side data will be in the output. Okay, opposite, this is purely opposite of left join. It will return all the rows from the right table and only the matching rows from the left table. Okay, here if you can see, select s dot name from students dot name, c, that means classes dot class name from students. I was referring students as s, and right join, and I was referring classes table as c. On s dot, I mean students dot class id, that means the common table from both the tables, the common column from both the tables. Okay, and here if you can see in the output, we have got the class name, that means a right side table fully we have got, but only the matched rows from the left table we have got. Here you have to observe that for left join, all the rows from the left table we have got, only the matched rows from the right table we have got. But for the right join, it's purely opposite. All the data from the right table we have got, only the matched rows from the left table we have got, right? That is how you have to remember, you have to understand. And the next join is full join. Full join means whether the matched or unmatched, it doesn't follow anything. It will retrieve all the rows, whether it was matched row or unmatched row. It will show everything from both the tables. Okay, whether there is a match for the table, whether there is no match for the table, it doesn't mean okay. So it is full join is nothing but output. The output of full join is nothing but left join plus right join will be is equals to the full join. By when we get the output, you will understand it more clearly. So select s dot name, students dot name, c, classes dot class name from students. I have used here full join classes, and yeah, I have given the what do you say, I have given the condition, on condition. Here if you can see, here if you can see, I got for actually 103 there is no name, right? So we have got the class name, and same for 104 also there is no class name, but we have got name. So that is how this is going to be printed. It is the output of both left join and right join combinedly. Ria, there is a common column. Sneha, there is a common, so they both got fully. But for biology there is no name, and for Meera there is no class name. That's why there is empty space here. Okay, for both biology and Meera. And then next, let us look about the cross join. Cross join means every row from table A. That means every row from first table combines with every row in the next table. Each and every row combines with the next table of each and every row. So it is like a multiplication. So everything, like for example, if you take from the table 1 first row, that first row will combine with all the 3 rows of second table. And then if you take the second row of table 1, that second row of table 1 will combine with all the names of table 2 like that. So if here if you can say Ria physics, Neha physics, Mira physics, Ria chemistry, Sneha chemistry, Mira chemistry, Ria biology, Sneha biology, Mira biology, like that cross join will perform, it will combine each and every row. Here for only the cross join we don't need to use the on condition. For all the other joins we have to use the on condition. Now let us go through the last join, that is self join. Self join is very simple. Self join is nothing but joining a table with itself. Actually, up to now we have performed all the joins within the two tables, right? Here for the self join, we don't need to have two tables here. We just need only one join. This table will join with itself actually. Okay, I have taken the student table. So select S1. So I have used students twice. So student 1 and student 2 like that. Okay, so select s1 dot name as student 1 and select s2 dot name as student 2 and s1 dot class id. I was taking the class id because actually for the self join also I have to give the condition, right, at last. That's why on condition. Okay, that's why I am taking s1 dot class id also. So from students table s1 join. For the self join we can also keep join only. For inner join also we can keep join only. For self join also no need to keep self join, you can just keep join only. So students s1 join students s2. Here we have to use a condition. For that condition on s1 dot class id is equals to s2 dot class id. If the class IDs of s1 and s2 are equal, then you will get the output where s1 dot id is equals to s2 dot id. If both were equal, then you will get the output. So this is how we can perform the self join operation. So here student 1 and student 2 were same along with their class id we have got. So this is how we can perform the joins.